All right, we are breaking down Charlie Calzaretta's vibraphone solo on a tune called Blue Lou, recorded in 1953 with the Art Van Damme quintet. This is a super swinging solo. First of all, we'll talk about the break. The break that leads into it is coming from the key of B flat. The head is in B flat. The solos then switch to E flat. So the break is simply a B flat major 6 chord like this. And then that A flat signifies that we have now switched keys, and that's the F minor 7 flat 5, which is the first chord of the next chorus. So now I'm going to play the 4 bars, and this first phrase sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's a really great use of minor 2-5 bebop language. We have this diminished triad, skipping up to the root on the F minor 7, and then we have a chromatic enclosure around the 3rd on B flat, up to the 5th, all the way down back to the 7th. Then we have this really great shape, landing on the flat 5th of the F minor 7 flat 5. Then we have this. The chord there is B flat 7, but I really see that as a straight up E flat 6 arpeggio with a chromatic approach to the 3rd. Again. Then we have the next 4-bar phrase that sounds like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really great stuff in there. The very first thing is actually E flat 7, but he kind of hits the flat 9. So we get flat 9, 7, 5. Then on the A flat chord, he plays chromatically from the 5th down to the 3rd and continues on down to the root. Then on the F7 chord, he actually outlines an F9 arpeggio starting from the 9th. And I wasn't really sure if he plays the double there or not. You could play it that way. You could also just arpeggiate that. And then the next one is a B flat 13. So the 2 ways I thought maybe he played it, I thought maybe he played this. Or if you're really ambitious, you can try to play it like this. Either way, it's super hip. The next 4 bars sound like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, what do we have there? We have chromatic actually going all the way from F to B flat, but you see, you kind of catch the F and the A flat, which are important notes in the F minor, and then the B flat, which is of course the root on the B flat 7, and then again. I like how he uses the G flat coming down there. It really sort of implies E flat minor. And this last phrase with a really nice passing tone between the F and the G gives it that little triplet pizzazz. Okay, now let's continue on to the next phrase. 2, 3, 4. Really great stuff in there again. So it starts with an E flat dominant 9th arpeggio, but then we've got this lower neighbor tone from the 9th. Again, on the A flat chord, it's this chromatic movement from 5 to 3. And also here on this B flat 7 to E flat, I kind of see the whole thing as just an E flat major 6 arpeggio. Then an enclosure around the root, ending on the 5th. The next 4 bars sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is that? Well, the bridge of this tune goes to the key of B flat. And so the first thing he does is play a B flat 6 arpeggio starting from the 5th. I actually started with my right hand because it laid a little bit better for me on the instrument that way. Then it immediately jumps to the B diminished or A flat diminished, however you want to call it. Note that that actually comes before the bar. Usually he doesn't wait a full bar before switching to the next chord. He anticipates it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have a C minor, basically C minor 11, starting on the 3rd. And then coming down to the root. Again, landing on that D, which, you know, it's the 3rd in B flat, it's the 13 or the 6 on the F7 chord, however you want to think of it. But it's an important note, and it's kind of a good place to start and end a lot of phrases. Then the next 4 bars go like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, a B flat major arpeggio, this time with no 6th. And then it goes chromatically down to the 5th, back up to the 5th. Then again, this A flat or B diminished. And then it just goes down, just down a B flat major scale all the way to the A, which is now the 3rd on the F7 chord. And then we got the 5th and the 3rd with double strokes. And the last 2 notes there, the B flat and F, that's the root, and the 5th on the B flat 7. Now we are in the final A section, and so this is how the next 4 bars sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that phrase, the first bit is just an F minor 7 flat 5 in 3rd inversion, coming back and landing on the flat 5. Then this set of notes, this is the 6 or the 13, the 7 and the 9 of a B flat 9, dominant 9th. And that's all. Something about the way he phrases that rhythmically reminds me of Well You Needn't by Thelonious Monk, so I find that interesting as well. The last 4 bars of the solo sound like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, what do we have here? Well, the chord progression is E flat, A flat, F7, B flat 7, E flat 7. But really, the whole thing there, if you just sort of picture an E flat major 6 with a chromatic approach to the 3rd, you've got everything in there. We have... So when the chord switches to A flat, this E flat and C then become the 5th and the 3rd. Then we have... And that C flat or B natural, however you want to call it at the end, that's anticipating the next chorus. As you remember, the chorus begins with F minor 7 flat 5. That is the flat 5 on that chord, and that's how he ends the solo. Charlie Calzaretta was a great vibraphonist, and I hope you learned something about him and about his vocabulary in this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.